Let's find a sum. Okay, well, let's take a look at this. We want to find the sum here. So just talking about the notation, this sigma, uppercase Greek sigma letter, is means sum. So we're going to add up all the values where the objects look like these. We're just going to run our k values from 0 all the way to 2. So we're going to add up. We're going to plug in 0, and we're going to add where we plug in 1. We're going to add where we plug in 2. So just notation-wise, the number down here is always where our indexing starts, and the number up here is where the indexing ends. It tells you what variable we are replacing, right? We're replacing the k. Usually, we're going to be doing things to the x. When we're talking about function notation, we're usually talking about f of x and all of that business. But in this specific notation, the only thing we're changing is the k. We're not going to put the variable, or excuse me, we're not going to put these values in for x, but we're going to put it in for k, because that's what the notation tells us to do. All right, so let's do it. So we're going to add this up where k equals 0, and then k equal 1, then k equal 2, right? So k equals 0, we would have 3 times 0 minus 10 x to the 0. Okay, plus, so this was k equals 0. Maybe I'll write that in a different color. There's k equals 0. All right, so then we would do k equal 1. So we would have 3 times 1 minus 10. Notice we're only changing the k. We're only putting things in for k. We're not cycling through x's here, right? K equals 0. And then we want to put a 2. X squared. Okay, and this one here is k equal 2. And we're just going to add these all together, right? Well, we should probably simplify it. So we've got 3 times 0 is 0. Minus 10 would be negative 10. Okay, and x to the 0 is just 1, isn't it? But we'll mess with that in the next step here. Okay, so then we have plus 3 minus 10, so that's negative 7 times x to the 1, so that's x to the 1. Okay, then we have the next one. We have 6 minus 10 would be negative 4 times x to the 2. All right, well, all that's left really here is just to clean this up. We don't want to have that number there if we don't need it. We don't want to have that number there if we don't need it. We can get rid of these grouping symbols as well, right? We're just going to rearrange these terms. We've got 4x squared minus 7x minus 10, because we know x to the 0 is 1. And that is that.